So remember the bust, this is the bust radius. Can you see that? So it means this illusion is going to expose the bust. So I'm going to go like this. So this is just a creativity. Okay, there's no actual measurement I will say that is what you need for you to create this. So the point is that as you are looking at that picture, you can see is the illusion passed under the bust like this and came down to the somewhere around the midpoint on the waistline and becomes pointy and pointy into the bust up to the bust point. So I will stop it at the bust point right now, and once I stop it there, I want to create my cup or my neckline. So my neckline, I'm creating it taking the measurement of what I have on my bust point, my bust radius. So using my bust radius as my guide, I'll be placing my pattern ruler this way as usual into this line and this line. Okay, so we don't need to replace the dial. Remember, we always do this on this channel. Then I'm going to use my pattern ruler instead of freehanding now. I'm going to position my pattern ruler. I might use the inner curve if the outer curve is not giving me what I actually want. So this is it. Can you see that? So I'll just blend into that line. So everything I have here, everything from here is going to serve as my illusion. So, but if you notice, you can see there's no sleeve attached to this dress. This dress is actually sleeveless. So to create that sleeveless, I'll be coming in from this shoulder line. I will come in by 1 inch. Okay, so once I come in by 1 inch, I'm going to follow the pattern of this armhole. So the pattern of this armhole, this is it. I'm going to just push it right there. Push it up so it matches up with what we have on the neckline. You actually need to be accurate. So that is what we have. So our yoke line, this is it. As you can see, that is the yoke line. So all the parts I dotted now are the yoke line, and the rest is the velvet fabric. So now it's time for us to start creating we want to create the upper or over bust that. Over bust that are usually created with the neckline coming across the shoulder divided by 2 to the bust point. That gives you a perfect over bust. Okay, so at this over bust, I'm going to go in by 0.75. Remember, I'm using the other part of my tape, 0.75, and I'll come out this way by 0.75. So I will advise you to turn on your notification bell because this channel is actually very educative. On this channel every day we upload videos that are very creative and educative, and following this video will help you improve your sewing career. So this is my over bust, and that is what I'm going to do what? Cut off. So we are done with the over bust right here. So I wish to go over to this part for another over bust. So what you are going to be on the lookout is which of these are you going to contour. If you look at the line, it runs into our neckline. So the neckline becomes this, and from this part they meet. You come in by 0.75 and you come in by 0.75. Another contour line for the over bust to the bust point, and you flip it this way and you also contour back, as you can see. So right here, this is my over bust. So if you look at this, you can see the over bust contour line is actually very much ready. So next is the under bust, because if you contour over bust, you need to tighten under bust for you to have that bust sit right in there. So to do that, this is my center front, and on this channel we have a particular pattern of contouring and under bust. From the center front, I'm going to place my tape, and I have already taken my under bust measurement firmly and divided by 4. My result was 8.75 and the remaining here is 1.5. I go into this dart towards the center front and I add 0.25. I impute 0.25. So whatever your figure is, impute 0.25 and the rest of it impute on this part. That gives you a perfect contour line. So I'll place my pattern ruler. So the position of your pattern ruler is also very important for a perfect underbust contouring. So I'll place it this way as well, and it goes in that way. So to complete this underbust contour line, I'm going to connect to this point and I'll bring it back to this point, as you can see. So now the shaded part is going to be cut off. Can you see that? So we move over to the next one where we have the yoke passing through. So to move over this particular part, I'm going to repeat the same thing I did on the underbust, taking